You think you're ahead of the curve because you draft a few emails and write some Instagram captions. I hate to break it to you, but you're still doing the heavy lifting. Using AI just to chat is like buying a Ferrari and only using it to listen to the radio. The real wealth, the real freedom for time is being built with AI agents. What is an AI agent? Imagine ChatGPT, but instead of talking to you, it actually has hands, a credit card, and the ability to do the work for you. Today, I'm going to explain AI agents so simply that a 5-year-old can understand it. And I need you to stay till the very end of this video because I'm going to give you the very first AI agent that you need to build, that give it a task and hand over and instantly get back 10 hours of your week. So let's get into it. So if you ask AI or ask ChatGPT for a cake, it gives you the recipe, but you still have to bake it. If you ask an AI agent for a cake, it orders the groceries, preheats the oven, bakes the cake, and washes the dishes. Anybody feeling like Jetsons around here? I mean, I totally am, right? All right. And so the difference is a chatbot gives you information, whereas the AI agent takes action. They don't just generate text, they actually execute multi-step goals. So let's talk about the anatomy of an agent, the brains plus the hands, okay? So a large language model like ChatGPT is the brains, okay? It does the thinking and the reasoning for you. The hands or the tools is what makes it the agent. So you give the brain tools like the ability to search your emails, the ability to read the web, and maybe the ability to read your calendar and send emails also for you. But the process, it thinks, I need to book a flight. First, I'm going to search the web and find prices. And then I will use the calendar tool to check her schedule. And then I will use the email tool to send her an itinerary. And if you're thinking, wow, if you want to stay ahead of the curve and actually use technology to buy back your time instead of just scrolling it away, hit the subscribe button right now because we don't do hustle culture here. We do leverage. All right, so we've got the brains, we've got the hands. Now we need to give the AI agent autonomy. And don't worry, I'm going to tell you how you can do this. And this is the real reason why you can finally step away, because even with virtual assistants or human assistants, you often have to tell them how to do every single step. The real superpower of having an AI agent is agents can do the planning for you. You give them a goal. For example, find me 20 leads in the real estate niche and email them a pitch. The agent breaks down the goal into smaller tasks, executes them, checks its own work, and if it ever hits an error, it tries it another way. So here's some other like real world business owner, CEO examples, right? Inbox management. Maybe that's a pain point for you. An AI agent can read your emails, categorize them, draft the replies, and only flag emergencies for you. And it doesn't have to send them, like if you're like, oh, I'm not really sure if I want to like jump into that. It doesn't have to send them for you yet, but it can have them already drafted. So when you open your inbox the next morning, you can see the drafts, click, 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 and then you can decide to send. And so then you are not having to face decision fatigue over and over and over again. Or example number 2, this is one I literally built this morning on my own computer. And I use Google Gemini for this one simply because I have some other Google tools that's integrated with it. So I'm a ChatGPT fan, but I'm also a Google Gemini fan. So I would caution you maybe from using like 15 different AI tools until you get more confident in one or two. All right. So the one I built this morning was for competitor research. So an agent that scrapes your competitors' websites every week and gives you a 1-page summary of their new pricing or offers. And here's the deal. You can actually use AI to write the prompt for the agent, or if you're in Gemini, it's called a gem, Gem. You can ask the chat feature to write the prompt to give the gem or the agent instructions to do the work for you. It's like absolutely insane. Why would I spend time going over all these people's websites and seeing what they're offering when it can give me a summary just like that, right? And you can even put in like your zip code or your address, how many miles. You know, if you're in like the greater Plano area, you know, in central Dallas, you may be only going 15 or 20 miles because nobody wants to cross the metro. But if you're in like Arkansas, for example, people don't mind driving 45 minutes because it's all highway the whole way. So totally kind of just depends on your demographic. And if you're watching this and you're realizing that your entire business relies on sweat, human sweat, or specifically your sweat, like we need to fix that. If you want to build a machine that scales effortlessly, that doesn't require hire after hire, click the link in the description box. We are here to help. That is what we do with business owners, is help them go from where they are to where they want to be with clarity and without all the chaos. And especially, like, no one should be working 80 hours a week at this point, right? All right. And then the last thing the most important part is like, what are you going to do when this call is over? What are you going to do when this video is over today? And that's the biggest thing, is you get all this information, but if you're not taking action, then you're not actually getting anywhere in your journey. So here is the very first thing that I want you to automate. And I'm building this out right now on my call booking. So you click the link, the Calendly link in the description right now, and you put your name and information in there. I'm building this out too. Exactly what I'm telling you to do is for your lead qualification. So however someone is finding your company, your organization, your offer, set up an AI agent. You can use platforms like Zapier or custom GPTs to instantly reply to inquiries and ask 3 qualifying questions. And then if somebody doesn't qualify based on the information that they're sending you, then you can politely decline the request, send them a free tool, send them to your podcast, send them an ebook, something else that's a tool and a reference for them, because you still want to build relationships, but they may not be like where they're in their journey right now. Like if someone tried to book a call with me that was a hairdresser and they were wanting to learn about like coloring, expertise on like roots and stuff. Like I can't help you, but there's probably some great YouTubers out there that can. So maybe the GPT could recommend someone for them, but you don't have to do this all yourself, and you don't have to waste time on bad sales calls or replying or making decisions on things anymore. And it's not that AI is going to replace you, but a business owner who knows how to use AI will absolutely replace a business owner who doesn't. So we're at the point now where you have to adapt or become obsolete.